How do you feel like his I guess for lack of a better term, his point guard gene has evolved since last year?
Yeah, I think, he, again, same thing with him. Yeah, I think he's gotten more experience. I think he went through a period of adjustment this year because of the way the game is called differently. So, and I think he's starting to figure that out. So where he was able to draw those fouls, he doesn't get those calls. So now he's going back to being a little more aggressive. I thought the game before the break, he really played very aggressive and played really well. And last night, unfortunately, it was choppy for him. I think the foul trouble, he didn't get into a good rhythm yesterday. But, and again, when I look at his, shot making, and he hasn't shot the ball as well this year as he did last year. He got to the line, I think, a lot more, but he has shot the ball well from three in the fourth. And obviously, he's a great free throw shooter. So, and I think that'll come. But I thought our second unit last year, the way they were able to play, even this year when we had, Derek, Quick, and Alec on the floor together, they were very effective. They play off each other very well.
Tom, I know you have confidence in Alec, but now with Kemba, Derek, and possibly Grimes out, is there do you see a chance maybe for McBride to get some minutes?
We'll see how it unfolds. Right now, we have I'm playing Alec in Quick, but he can get in there.
You mentioned the free throw stuff quickly. There are a lot of times where he'll get by a defender, and he's very reliant on that floater. And
Yeah.
He's very good at the floater, but you don't get to the line really off of those kinds of shots.
No, but the floater, and I want him to get back to it because he's got a great floater. And what the floater does lead to is even if you don't make it, it leads to the second shot. Like I like that shot a lot better than that long mid-range shot. So to me, once you're in the paint and people collapse and you get it up on the board, even if you don't make it, there's a very high percentage to offensive rebound. And so, and he's got a great floater and hasn't shot that as much as he did last year either.
You mean just because the big man has to?
Yeah, he's got to come off the body,
Tom, turning the ball over in the fourth quarter as much as
Yeah.
you guys have, is that something that if Derek was around, maybe that would be helped out?
Well, I think experience. I think when you have, particularly when you have a lead, controlling and managing the game, particularly in the fourth quarter is different. So the intensity of the fourth quarter is different. Decision making is different, and when you have an experienced guy in that position, I think you can control things, a lot better. So we're working on it. We got to get better at it.
That's good. I know they didn't have Simmons all year, but the Sixers now with Harden and alongside Embiid, kind of how does that change the dynamic of their team?
Well, I think you put a superstar, onto the floor with those guys, and you can't overlook what Harris does, and maybe a byproduct of Simmons being out was the growth of Maxey, and Maxey's playing at a very high level. So that team has, Embiid is played at an MVP level all year long. So it's high-end talent, it's good depth, they have shooting. Thibodeau and Green are two very dynamic defensive players, so they're a very, very strong team.
And what does Harden specifically give them?
Well, I think when you look at, he's a power guard. He can play the point, play 2, 3, 4, whatever you want him to do. I think he and Embiid in a two-man game, and James has always had the ability to break you down off the dribble, shoot the three, get to the free throw line. He's got great vision. He's got good size. He's obviously the things he's done throughout his career, I tell you how good he is.